why does envy happen many times? Because we think scarcity. If this person is getting, it means I'm losing. This person becoming prosperous. Because you are living your life based on comparison. See, for many people that are praying for marriage today, if all their friends are not married, they won't be praying that prayer. What is betting that prayer? This one where we finish school together is now getting married. We are seeing their ring on Instagram. And it's worse now because you are almost seeing everybody's life on IG. The things that concern you and the things that doesn't concern you is at your face. So envy. See, there are many envy that you won't be able to interact with. There are people that are beefing you in local jada you might not know because of social media. See, but the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac herdsmen, saying, the water is ours. So he called the name of the well Isaac because they quarreled with him. Go ahead. But what was Isaac doing? He said, then they dug another well. No fights. This in day. If you know you are blessed, you won't get into strife. If you know you are blessed, you won't envy anybody. Are we together? It says, then they dug another well and they quarreled over that one also. So he called its name what? Sitna. Go ahead. And he moved from there and dug another well. Why couldn't they dig their own well and get water? Chasing the well that Isaac is digging. They've been digging, they didn't get water. And he moved from there and dug another well and they did not quarrel over it. So he called his name what? Rehoboth. For he said, for now the Lord has made room for us and we shall be fruitful in the land. When you stay away from strife, you end up being fruitful. You find the room that God has made for you. So one of the reasons that prayers don't get answered is envy, strife. So we see Abraham, Isaac, Jacob stayed away from strife. Look at Abraham. When he was having problem with Lot that he brought from their village. You bring one small boy from your village and he's now struggling with you in the city. Can you get the picture? Abraham was Lot's uncle. He brought him from the village to the city. He trained him. After training him, it will now have business. They are now quarreling. He said, okay, Lot. Okay, if you are the one, what will you do? Won't you send him back to the village? But what did Abraham do? He said, let's not fight. You choose first. See, the land is before you choose. That's how a blessed man behaves. Because you know, say anywhere where I go, it's day. Such that it's not the environment that determines your prosperity or your blessing. It's on the inside of you. It's on you. That's the blessing of God. It's not materiality. It's first the presence of God that turns dust into gold wherever you find yourself. And that's the blessing that is on you. Tell somebody it's on you. The blessing of God. It's on you. So there's no need to envy. No need. And you know, it's easy to envy. You know, you don't envy people that you don't know. You know. They say, there's one girl, her name is, let me look for one name that is not popular. Okay, I can't find anyone. Her name is Cynthia. And you don't even have any memory or knowledge of Cynthia. She just bought a car and but they mention one name and the person is your neighbor. Or she just bought a car. You say, especially if you've been believing God for a car for 3 years and you've not gotten it. And you just heard that someone got it around you, your blood will just hurt. Like, how can she be the one? How will you get something I've been looking for 3 years? Just like that. And envy springs up. God, when? God, why me? And somewhere in your heart, you just start resenting the person. You are feeling bad for the person. Or you are feeling bad for yourself. Like, why? So, strife blocks fruitfulness. It contaminates the river that flows within and brings fruitfulness. People might have you as their enemies, but you don't have enemies. Don't keep grudges. It's immature. It's unnecessary. People might hate you. It's okay. It's actually one of your inheritance. That people won't like you. So embrace it. But you love. You can be people's enemies, but don't have any enemy. Because Jesus told his disciples, he said, what will we have? We've been following you all these years. He said, don't worry. Anybody who has left house, left belongings, lands, will reap in this world 100-fold and in the world to come. But that's not all with persecution. So it's okay to have enemies, people who don't like you. In fact, if everybody in the world like you, it's a problem. It means something's wrong with you. It means you are seeking to please people. You just need the right people that matter to your life and destiny to like you. Favor doesn't mean the whole world will like you. Or Esther, that got married to the king. Does it matter that any other person likes her? When the Bible talks about favor, the favor of Esther, it was only 2 people or 3 people basically. Mordecai, Haggai, the guy the beautician, and the king. That's all. Those are the 3 people that needed to like her. Do you think the other maidens will like her? You know the story I'm talking about now. Do you think the other maidens You will like her for winning them in the competition. They won't like her, and there are more than those 3 people. Plenty. So it's not the amount of people that like you. It's not politics. It's that the right people. That's the meaning of favor. So you don't get the favor of God by trying to please everybody. You are good to everyone. You love everyone, and you wish everyone well, but not necessarily seeking to be liked. There are many people who might not like you, but they will respect you. As a matter of fact, in a flawed world, if you are a very principled person, you will have enemies, because many people are not what? Principled. But you can be their enemies, but they will respect you from afar, even though they don't necessarily like you. People only like people who let them have their way, whether right or wrong. So we must not allow strife in our heart.